Dutch's character by far is one of the most brutal characters we've seen in any game to ever release.
A boy.
Yeah, real funny, Dutch.
Oh, I thought so.
In the end, he is the reason why Arthur Morgan died such a fatal death, because he walked away and couldn't simply try helping him or even picking up the gun and holstering it. He just left Micah, the rat with the gun that had every intention of killing and slaying Arthur just to prove he's better than him. Wow. Now that I think about it, maybe Dutch did sustain a brain injury.
We got one! A white one! Dad? I need help! I need help!
So he left Arthur to die 2 times in a row. What is wrong with this guy? Literally somebody that he barely even knew had to help him. What the fuck? I mean, I guess let's give props to the guy. I mean, he did pull off some pretty fucking nasty moves, like, let's be honest now. And he always kept on doubting Hosea, do not forget that. If it wasn't for Dutch, then nobody in the outlaw life would have lived such a miserable life. I mean, how good can an outlaw life even be in the first place, right? But they would have lived a much better life, and Dutch would have never sustained a brain injury, would have never became this guy that would have been targeted by the Pinkertons all the time. He just would have kind of been a side mission for the Pinkertons, I guess. And they would have not really cared much to take him out because he could have easily just joined back the law side of the world, which would have done pretty good because at this time, law wasn't the biggest thing in the world. You can get away with murder, and sometimes people back then wouldn't even bother to look for you. So law wasn't such a big thing in the 1890s. It was more of a big thing in the 1900s, where people would just get brutally murdered because they stole something from a store, and they would hang you or rip your limbs off because you stole something from a store. The world was a cruel place back then, alright? I'm not going to even get into the full story of how the world was like 200 or 100 years ago. But nonetheless, Hosea was one of the biggest inspirations for me playing this game. When I first saw the clip of him going around where he was always going against Dutch and trying to doubt Dutch, I wanted to see. Dutch was kind of like this devil on the shoulder of Arthur, and Hosea was kind of like this angel on the shoulder of Arthur. Now let's move to Red Dead Redemption 1. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any clips of Red Dead Redemption 1, but let's just say this is 100% the worst form of Morgan Dutch Vanderlyn. He brutally murders a girl in front of John Morrison in cold blood. He calls John Morrison's girl, which is just a bad idea, a whore all the time. I mean, Micah constantly calls John Morrison's wife a whore. It's constant. It really is constant.
Whore of yours. Whore of yours. Whore of yours.
She's good.
Damn, now that I think about it, Mike had some pretty trash aim.
Hello, son. Mrs. Adler. It's been quite a while.
Long story short, Dutch was a narcissist, an asshole, dickhead, and a bad father, and an evil man to the core.